Right, hello and welcome. Today we are going over the Subaru WRX Group-B road car. Now it's only right we go over this because yesterday we went over the Mitsubishi Evo Group-B road car, so you really gotta compare them. So today the Subaru WRX. Now just like the Evo, this car also has a brand new engine swap which we are gonna touch on a little bit later in this video. So the Subaru WRX Group-B road car, you can pick it up from Brand Central for 300,000 credits. So what do you get for that said amount? So you get a Subaru which is all-wheel drive that produces 473 brake horsepower and comes in at a weight of 1425 kgs. So this is a homologation special vehicle from the Group-B rally car. So they just made it a bit road legal. They didn't really strip out the interior, and it has the more road car, road legal aspect of it. But how does it feel to go around a circuit? So when it comes to going around Kyoto Driving Park, to be honest with you, the understeer is a lot more present in this than it is in the Evo. I don't know what it is, but in its bone standard state, yes, you can take corners on the perfect racing line. However, if you do carry a bit too much speed going into a corner, well, you are going to see that front end push out and you can find yourself in the grass, in a gravel, or in a barrier. So it is something that you need to take note of when getting behind the wheel of the Subaru Group-B road car. Now, I think we need to talk about the massive issue with all road car variants of race cars. That includes all GR3 road cars and Group-B road cars, and that is the fact of we cannot remove any weight from these vehicles. They are locked in, and that is the biggest issue compared to a normal road car. Because if you give me the same Subaru WRX and you give me the same engine swap, the standard road car will be able to go a lot faster than the Group-B road car variants, because the standard Subaru WRX has the ability to trim some fats off, whereas with the road cars you don't have that option. You are stuck at whatever that vehicle's weight is, and that is the biggest downside of any of the road car variants of a race car. So if that can get fixed in the future, these cars will be actually used a lot more, in my opinion. So overall, the driving style and the performance of the Subaru, it will have you thinking of, okay, this isn't really that good. But around Kyoto Driving Park, look, down the main straightaway, you're going to be doing about 220 before you need to slam on the brakes to go around the first corner, which isn't that fast at all, but it is the same as the Evo. And you will find yourself setting lap times around the 1 minute 50 second mark, with a 1 minute 48 being my fastest lap time. So bone stock, the Subaru WRX Group-B car isn't anything really that exciting. Now, however, if you go and throw some power at it by heading on over to tuning shop, well, you are going to be left with 689 brake horsepower and a vehicle that weighs 1425 kgs, which doesn't sound too bad. So now when we head back on over to Kyoto Driving Park after playing around with the suspension to see how good it is, well, we see that we actually make a very big difference when it comes to lap times, because now we are setting lap times around the 1 minute 35 second mark. Yes, we are now clearing more than 10 seconds over the vehicle being standard. With the addition of the added horsepower, we see that the vehicle is able to travel almost 260 kilometers per hour before needing to slam on the brakes to go around the first corner. After that, we have the ability to really push the vehicle a bit harder, because with us now having the ability to tune our suspension, making it a bit stiffer, we can actually eliminate some of that understeer that was initially there. So it does make an improvement, and it allows you to really push the Subaru a lot faster and a lot harder through corners, which makes up a lot of time. Plus, with you going fast on the straight lines because of the turbocharger that just adds a lot more power, well, you just see your vehicle surging forward and making up a lot of ground. So the Subaru with its standard engine being fully upgraded, isn't too bad, because for me, good standard sports car should be setting lap times around a 1 minute, around a 1 minute 35-second mark, preferably faster. But for a vehicle to be truly overpowered and be like, okay, you know what, this car is maybe a little bit broken, it needs to be setting lap times over the 1 minute 30-second mark, which, as you can see, this is not. So it's not completely broken and overpowered. It is a good option when you want to have some fair racing in the sports car category. Now, if you want a lot more power, or you just want something special, well, then you can then head on over to GT Auto, spend 550,000 credits and purchase the engine from the RUF CTR3. Yes, you are putting a Porsche engine into your Subaru, and with the addition of this engine, you are going to be left with 690 brake horsepower, but an addition of some weight being added to it. So now with us adding this engine, we actually have a lot more customization options when it comes to the performance, because the motor, now once you head back on over to the tuning shop and spend a lot more money, you're going to be left with 926 brake horsepower. Now this amount of power should make a very big difference when it comes to straight line speed and the way this vehicle handles a circuit. Now, to be honest with you, it was kind of underwhelming, because at the end of the straightaway we are doing what, 7 kilometers per hour more than the standard engine. And I don't know what it was, but I didn't really feel like, wow, this is insanely, you know, it's so much quicker than the standard engine. And I don't know why that is, because it has a lot more power. And when it comes to setting lap times in this vehicle, I mean, the fastest lap time I was able to set was a 1 minute 34, which isn't that much faster than the standard vehicle's engine. So this engine swap, look, it doesn't even benefit you when it comes to having, oh, it changes the fuel economy, it's extremely light on fuel now. No, it doesn't. The thing is, with this engine, it added power, but you don't really feel the effect of it. I don't know if this is just a personal thing, but I wasn't really getting the, you know, the wow, this is so much better than the standard engine. Honestly, spending 550,000 credits and then you still need to spend money on top of it to get a lot more power for the same performance, honestly just confuses me, because you're spending so much more money. The amount of money you are spending to purchase the engine swap is more than the actual cost of the car, and you aren't getting groundbreaking performance. You aren't being like, whoa, okay, this is a massive difference, because as I said, the vehicle standard sets lap times around a 1 minute 35-second mark, 1 minute 34-second mark, and then with the engine swap it sets 1 minute 34-second laps. That doesn't make any sense to me. And I mean, I feel like just even down the main straightaway, the Porsche engine, the RUF engine, let me be specific, doesn't really give off that much more power. Like, you aren't traveling that much faster. And I don't know if that's because of the fact now, or it added another bit of weight, but it added like over 200 horsepower and it only added 20 kgs. So the maths isn't aligning there. But honestly, I'm gonna say, if you want to stick with a powerful engine, stay with the standard engine and just upgrade that, because there was absolutely no real impact that I've seen from the Porsche engine around Kyoto Driving Park. Now maybe around Le Mans you can see, okay, top speed wise there is a difference, but on a shorter circuit that's more based around corners and straightaways, the Porsche engine just didn't make any sense. So look, I don't think this engine swap is worth it in my opinion. If you do want to try it out, by all means go for it, but honestly I don't think it's that amazing. Honestly, the Evo swap with the GTI engine had more impact in this. So if you are looking for a Group B road car with a lot of performance and that is just a lot of fun, check out the Mitsubishi video. So If you guys are going to enjoy this video, don't forget leave a like, comment, subscribe for more Gran Turismo 7 content, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.